Welcome back to Tournament Truth. I'm your only host on the show. Got not really all that much to go through today. Just a few things that, may or may not have happened in the past 24, 48 hours. We're not going to talk about the moon because I'll see it when I believe it. It's in space. Should it be home in 10 days because they're going to slingshot around the moon. They're not actually going to the moon. They're going to try and slingshot it. But anyway. But before we get into all that, obviously, wow, my mind just went blank. Anyway, why is it not live over there? Okay. All right, I'm back. So let's get started. Obviously, we're going to start with a song while you guys go get your drink, get your cigarettes, get your drink, food, something to eat. Wow, I need to comb my hair. I hate it when I first shower. All right. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're ready for something from the 90s because, well, fuck it. It seems like a 90s type of day. Right? Right? Go get your coffee, get yourself something to drink, get you a bagel, get your energy drink, get you product placement. I wish I got paid for this shit, but I don't. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. And I know YouTube's going to try and take that away from me because that's what they do with Nirvana.
Okay, guys.
But you know what? Wow, I totally didn't fucking make my face big. Nirvana. Probably the best band, in my opinion, the best band in my generation. Ever. I mean, if it wasn't for Smells Like Teen Spirit, I don't know what the fuck I would be right now. That was like the Gen X song. Can't deny it. But what else happens when Gen X? Well, we're going to go over just one real quick clip of Everclear.
Okay, guys.
It's a couple this time.
I don't know if any of you guys know what Everclear is.
Dude.
Oh, we know. I just hope that you guys don't find out.
I'm going to try to take a shot with no reaction.
If you wanted to do a couples thing that you're going to regret later, you could have went to a home improvement store to pick out a new color for the living room on an empty stomach.
You've got a Coke as a chaser.
The only thing that Coca-Cola is going to be chasing is your now escaping hopes and dreams. We all know that sound, the snap of the evil being released.
I'm so scared to even smell it.
If you're scared to even smell it, doesn't that give you some insight on how bad it's going to taste? That sound isn't glug, glug, glug. It's no, no, no.
Alexa off.
Alexa is trying to call for help. What does that tell you when a device is thinking more rationally than you are?
It's like made out of rye?
It isn't made out of rye. It's made out of why. As in, why are you doing this?
What can you mix it with?
You mix it with regret and bad memory.
I'm not gonna lie. I can drink Everclear if I really wanted to, because there's one drink that if you take almost any liquor and put it in there, you won't taste it. And you know what that one drink is? Dr. Pepper.
If you can remember. There it is.
Dude, I was a retard. I was like 19, and I didn't know any better. I basically took that shit, turned it up like an idiot. I didn't puke, though. I ain't no bitch.
There they are.
I don't like it. I don't need it. What do you guys mix this stuff with?
Oh my god, it burns my entire chest.
That paper towel represents a cloud, symbolizing where you feel like you are going now.
Oh, clouds. What if they're not going to a place with clouds? Let's go to Idaho. You guys want to go to Idaho with me for a little while? Yeah, let's go to Idaho.
carry us through.
This was the tragic scene in Boise, Idaho, on Trans Day of Visibility, no less, as the mayor and the city council members each took a turn cranking down the gay flag, which is no longer allowed to fly at City Hall. The city council meeting became a sad one.
I know it is a sad day, a tough day for many people that call Boise home.
Right, Lauren. You're right. It is a very difficult time for all of us. We had to take down that flag that was flying over our courthouse because, well, it's not a real flag. It doesn't represent a state. It doesn't represent the United States. It's not a POW flag. It's a rainbow flag. Fruit stripe gum flag. Do you really want a flag that looks like fruit stripe gum? That'll last about 3 seconds. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Lauren. Back to you.
And regardless of what is happening outside of our city limits, I want you to know that I remain day in, day out committed to being a safe and welcoming city. Thought about my own kid and their questions of whether or not.
Hear me out. Lauren, you want to live in a safe and welcoming city, right? Let's look at this crowd, why don't we? Oh. Yo, there's literally one token in this crowd. So I'm pretty sure it's safe in that community.
Their friends are welcome here. Whether as a woman, my daughter will be able to have children here in a healthy and safe way.
Do you know
Can
what
anyone explain to me how a gay flag correlates to her daughter not being able to have kids healthily? Even on a slippery slope. I've really stretched my mind on this one, and if anything, this mayor's likely rabid support of abortion would be what gets in the way of her daughter having a baby. Anyway, the mayor fought really hard against this, even testifying at a House State Affairs Committee.
Boise, for over a decade, has flown the pride flag because it's an expression of our values. And it's a statement to the fact that we are safe.
Wait a minute. What if, hear me out, we were raised in the South, and we don't take the Confederate flag as racist. Pride. I've seen plenty of black guys flying the Confederate flag. I've seen plenty of Mexicans flying the Confederate flag. They're out there. Of course, they're all infantry, and we get along, but it's because we're all racist in our own way. In our own way.
Safe and welcoming city.
My opposition to this bill is my elected duty. People of all kinds will always live somewhere, and they do live in Boise.
Bill sponsor Ted Hill says House Bill 561 is designed for consistency and prevents political messages on municipal properties.
You can have all these flags anywhere you want. You just can't put them up the government flagpoles.
Hill is a Boise native and a proud veteran who believes the U.S. flag unites us where political flags do not.
Representative Hill, you say this is about unity. Some might say this is an anti-gay bill, anti-gay measure directed at the city of Boise and
because you can't fly the
you would say
flag.
what to that?
That is not true, because she could have picked any other agenda she chose. What if it was religious? What if she was Muslim? What if she wanted to put the crescent flag up there and she got agreement with the council?
Honestly, this is just another reminder, I think, ways that visibility is tried to be
What is that?
ignored and shoved into a pocket, when in Idaho we have a large population of not only just trans folks, but queer folks who are here.
I'm honestly confused. I don't see an apple, so there's probably no banana. So is this just a fucking ugly ass woman that can't get laid?
Here and able to be loud and visible, and who have always been here.
This is apparently the straight flag. So my question is, if we're all so worried about representation, where's mine? You see how this doesn't quite work? Once you pick one group to represent representation...
Yeah, dude, maybe even the facial features. That's a girl. That's a girl.
You leave out another.
It's really unfortunate because this flag has been flown for over 10 years here in Boise. It's sad to see it go, but just because we can't wave the flag doesn't mean that we won't find ways to show up and support each other and be proud of ourselves and being in Boise.
Okay, there you go. The end.
That's it. You can fly it at home. I mean, I wouldn't. I've seen 3 or 4 of those flags in my neighborhood. It's a big neighborhood, though, so it's not anywhere close to my house. But even if it was, I don't care. As long as they don't have transgender shit, because they're confused. Confused. What if I started an asylum? I think I should. Do I need any education, formal education? Let me talk to Elon. Elon could give me the funding. He'll take care of all the hard work. So we can put fucking pedophiles in prison, in an institution where I can, not me, because I'm the owner, where we can conduct medical procedures that they need. Right? Fuck a kid, you lose your dick. But here's the fucking funny part, right? You cut their dick off, but you leave the balls. Cut their dick off and leave the balls. They won't fuck with a kid anymore. And there's going to be a reminder like, man, what's the purpose of those things down there now? What's the purpose of those things down there?
Texas firefighters are facing child sex crime charges.
Two of them, David Perez and Dalton McCaslin, are charged with sex assault. A third, Joshua Riles, is charged with indecency. Police documents reveal all 3 cases involve the same accuser. She says the abuse occurred when she was 16 years old and working for the Howe Volunteer Fire Department in Grayson County as a junior firefighter. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has more from the police documents tonight. Peyton?
Steve and Heather, this
That's
investigation began in May of 2025. That is when a young woman came forward with these allegations against 3 Howe volunteer firemen dating back to 2022. Now, this young woman told police she was sexually assaulted around 30 times when she was just 16 years old. Now, Howe police said they took immediate action, and then they called in the Texas Rangers to take over.
Holy shit.
3 North Texas firefighters are now charged with child sex crimes. David Perez Glass, Joshua Riles, and Dalton McCaslin were arrested by Texas state troopers on Thursday following a 10-month-long investigation. A young woman whose name has been redacted in documents obtained by Fox 4 says she was victimized by these men when she was a 16-year-old junior firefighter at the Howell Volunteer Fire Department in Grayson County in 2022. Police say Perez Glass coerced the girl to have sex from January 2022 to January 2023.
There is a series about a Texas Ranger. There is a series. And you know what? His name was Walker. Walker, Texas Ranger.
23 while alone at the fire station and also at a storage facility in Van Alstyne. She also said Perez Glass told her he would rape her and do things to her parents and that he would kill her if she ever told anyone. The woman also said on her 17th birthday, Perez Glass said he no longer wanted a relationship now that she was of legal age.
What?
According to Howe Fire's Facebook page, the same year the alleged abuse occurred, Perez Glass was awarded Firefighter of the Year. Dalton McCaslin, in an interview with investigators earlier this month, confessed he knew the girl was younger than 17 when the two had sex at his apartment in December of 2022. The third, Joshua Riles, also admitted to having a sexual interaction with the girl while she was at the Howe fire station. At the time of their arrests, all 3 men had full-time jobs across North Texas.
Not anymore.
Perez Glass employed at Irving Fire since 2023, now on administrative leave. McCaslin also on administrative leave from Allen Fire, where he's been for more than 2 years. And Melissa Fire says Riles resigned from the department right before he was arrested last week.
Aww.
The city of Melissa had just awarded Riles Paramedic of the Year.
Oh, fuck you.
1, discuss, consider, and act upon job description for the fire chief.
Howe's city council members voted at the March 17th meeting to post the vacant fire chief position. The previous chief, Robert Monet, submitted his resignation last month. The council didn't share a reason for the sudden departure.
Failed leadership.
Again, this investigation...
It's not hard. Failed leadership.
The undercover operation, which led to the arrest of 16 individuals that you'll see up here on the Operation Ketchikan display. These 16 individuals came here intending to have sex with children, minors. Yesterday in Tampa, Governor DeSantis signed new legislation to strengthen protections for children and increase penalties for sexual offenses. These 16 suspects up here on the board contacted minors, sent explicit messages, and arrived at designated locations, all with the intent expecting to meet children to have sex. All 16 were safely taken into custody. Let me be clear, we are actively pursuing those who prey on our children. These 16 are not the last. I wish I could report to you that this was the end of the line, but it is not. This operation involved many agencies, including the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, St. Cloud Police Department, Kissimmee Police Department, Polk County Sheriff's Office, Orlando Police Department, Orange County Sheriff's Office, and our federal partners. Our mission is nothing more than to protecting these kids from these predators that are seeking them. The suspects came from various backgrounds, proving that this evil can hide anywhere. Each faces serious felony charges, including attempted sexual battery on a minor and solicitation with a minor, which means they could face decades in prison and lifelong sex offenders registrations. We have strong evidence, including chat logs, travel records, to think anyone about harming children. We are watching you. Let me be clear, perfectly clear. We are watching what you are doing. There is nowhere to hide.
Yo, every time I hear "let me be clear," I automatically only think of one person, and that's fucking Barack Obama. Let me be clear.
The internet. If you make a move to harm one of these children, we will track you down. We will not stop until every predator is removed from society and our streets and our communities. These arrests are just the beginning. I'm going to talk to the parents, and I need you to pay attention. Parents,
Arrests
please.
are great.
Be vigilant with your
Convictions are
children.
better.
Talk to your children about
Just saying.
the dangers of online gaming platforms, cell phones, chat groups. The Attorney General here filed lawsuits back in end of 25 and 26 against Roblox. It's one of the places where they're preying on children.
So the rumor is, and I'm so happy if this is true, Pam Bondi is about to get fired.
It's a predator's stomping grounds to go looking for. It's where they hunt. If you have any information about child exploitation, please contact the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, or you can contact Crime Line. These arrests eliminate the threats of these 16 people from our communities and protect potential victims. Unfortunately, this is not the end of the exploitation of children. Parents, you must be vigilant about your children's safety. The Attorney General will continue hunting down those who wish to harm them, as will the Sheriff's Office. I want to thank the dedicated members of all the agencies involved in this ICAC operation. Our work is far from over. Far from over. If you hunt our children, you will become hunted. The hunter will become the hunted. And I promise you, from the Attorney General, the Governor, my standpoint as Osceola County Sheriff, this is all hands on deck for this. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer is taking significant legal action against Roblox Corporation, which I mentioned earlier, for the hunting ground for sexual predators targeting children. At this time, I'm going to turn it over. It's my honor to introduce a dear friend and the advocate for children and against any crime in the state of Florida, quite honestly. Dear friend, Attorney General of the Law and Order State of Florida, James Uthmeyer.
Thank you, Sheriff. I tell you, Sheriff Blackman is doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Since he took office. We're glad to have him here. The families.
Wait a minute. Is that Sheriff's last name Blackman? Blackman? Sorry. Does that make him a DEI hire? They hired him because he was a black man. Get it? Yeah. Yeah. Get offended.
Orlando area. are blessed to have somebody that's working.
Yo, why
night
didn't you
and
have the
day,
infantry?
to fight crime and keep our streets
No,
safe?
let's cross
It's
Avery.
great to be here. Thank you, Sheriff. I want to thank Chief Gerke from the St. Cloud Police Department, Chief Broadway from Kissimmee PD for being here, our federal partners from Homeland Security, our prosecutors and our Office of Statewide Prosecution, the investigators, the ICAC team, everybody coming together to do the most important thing, which is protect our kids. That right there, that is the greatest threat to our families here in this state. That is pure evil. These 16 individuals that have been arrested, and we also have operations in other parts of the state today that have led to 30 more arrests. They're going after our kids. These people, they're talking online, on social media apps.
I mean,
they're
I
communicating.
was told Florida has the death penalty for these fuckers now. I mean, was that just talk?
With what they think are teenagers, and then they're going to try to meet up with and have sex with little kids. That is pure evil. And we will stop at nothing to keep finding every single one of them, and we will prosecute them to the fullest, and we will call for the longest sentences we can get. And as you know, here in Florida, we've been the first state to bring back the death penalty for child sex battery.
Do it!
We're likely going to have to go up to the U.S. Supreme Court
Oh.
to get that reinstated. There's been an old case that declared that unconstitutional. I think that interpretation was wrong. We are ready to fight that fight. When you take away the innocence of a young child, when you commit such a heinous act, you must face the full force of justice.
Son of a bitch.
Full accountability. You need to meet your maker and atone for your sins.
My man, need to meet your makers. Not Maker's Mark, because that would be disrespectful.
We can't do anything to help you here. So we're going to continue prosecuting these cases. We're going to work together with all of our interagency partners. That's what makes this so beautiful and fun. I hate that these guys are out there, but they are. And we're going to keep finding them. And it takes everybody working on the same mission, working to protect our kids. I've been in office just a little over a year, and believe it or not, we have arrested over 1,400 child predators, which is a big record here in Florida. And people keep asking,
Holy
do you
shit.
think there's more predators today than there used to be? I do think with the dangers of...
You know, I was thinking, maybe there are more predators today than, when we were kids. However, they were still out there when we were kids. But now, with technology and COVID, that made that shit so much easier for these pieces of shit. And we'll get into the other one later on that likes to do AI. And I'm glad his bitch ass got arrested, and his ass should be curb stomped. In Minecraft, of course, in reality.
Of the internet and pornography and, the temptations that are out there, you do see more people turning towards this sadistic, grotesque behavior. But I also think there was a lot going on out there before that we're just now shining a light on. Where you criminals were able to detect a lot that probably occurred for many years.
Because you're having to do your job because these so-called vigilante groups are doing way more than some states.
Undetected. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody up here. They're doing the Lord's work. There's a reason why Florida's the safest state to raise a family. There's a reason why our crime rates keep going down. It's because we enforce rule of law, and we've got great law enforcement that knows we have their backs. When they bring in bad guys, we are going to prosecute to the fullest. I want to conclude by saying, we still have many judges in this state that don't take these crimes seriously enough. They say that a kid didn't actually get hurt, so they hand out lighter sentences.
Nailed 'em.
For some of these people that
Nailed
are
it.
soliciting and traveling to sleep with kids. They hand out lighter sentences for people that are purchasing and sharing thousands or millions of files depicting child pornography. That is wrong. This is just one slippery slope away from serious physical abuse that children will never recover from. We have to hand out long sentences. And where judges don't want to do that, where they want to allow evil back on the street, we need to hold them accountable. Yesterday, I joined the governor in calling for the impeachment of a judge up in Tallahassee, Tiffany Baker, who allowed released on his own recognizance an individual who was sentenced by or convicted by a jury of trying to sleep with a child. A dangerous felon, a child predator, allowed to go free while awaiting sentencing.
Oh.
And during that time period, he killed a 5-year-old girl. This cannot happen. The judiciary does not sit up on this white ivory tower where we can't touch them. The impeachment provisions are in our Constitution here in Florida, just like you see at the federal level, and it's time we use those provisions. Here in Florida, we have Republican supermajorities in our legislature. If they can't impeach a judge who allowed a child predator to go free and kill a 5-year-old, who can? They have a job to do.
Yo, they can't even prosecute people that have fucking tons of evidence on. They can't prosecute them. They can't arrest them. They don't really feel like doing that kind of stuff, right? Pam Bondi needs to be fired, and I'm glad it's happening.
I look forward to working with them to get that judge off the bench. Our kids are too important. Safety's too important. We cannot let that stand. So God bless you all. Thank you for being here, and I'll turn it over now to Rita Peters, who's our special counsel in our Office of Statewide Prosecution, and who is these guys' worst nightmare. So thanks, Rita.
Thank you. I stand before you honored to represent Attorney General James Uthmeier because he has the mission that I have worked my entire career for, the mission to keep Florida safe and to keep our children protected. I stand alongside our law enforcement partners in a unified effort to keep Florida safe. Protecting children is not just some campaign promise, it's a fundamental public safety responsibility. And individuals who travel with the intent to exploit these children pose an immediate threat to our communities. These traveling operations are proactive in nature, designed to intervene before a child is harmed, rather than responding after the child has been victimized. The purpose of these operations is to identify...
No, hold on. Get off my screen. Hold on a second, guys. What the fuck are you doing? Wait, why does it say considering? Oh, well, that was no fun. That was totally not what I was expecting. Anyway, let's get back to the next subject at hand. AI and how some motherfuckers, I don't know, curb stomp. You know, if they don't want a wood chipper, they can get a curb stomp. Check this out. New lighter, hand grenade, right? Here's the best part. Yeah, I'm a big impulse buyer. Go fuck yourself.
Department search warrant! Keep your hands up and come outside! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Who else is in my house?
Son, do you have any idea what this could be about? It's something online or something?
What was it? What email?
It was myuncletouchedmywiener@gmail.com.
Whoa.
These kids.
Following an unthinkable discovery, SWAT descends in overwhelming force on the home of an unsuspecting teenager, quickly exposing his damning secret.
Look at this
I literally have a shirt in my room that says, "Kill your local pedophile," because I don't like that.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In April 2025, the Ocala Police Department investigated a cyber tip that included 50 media files, allegedly containing child abuse material. After confirming the tip, a detective tracked down the source of the files to the home of 19-year-old David Edgar Joseph Rudder.
Shitty part is, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you, because it just keeps getting worse.
Give me a good knock in the mouth. Okay, police department, search warrant! Couple more times, Carroll Police Department, search warrant! Let's your hands. Come to the front door. You want me to go? The front door. Hold on, open. Come out. Come to the front door. Keep your hands up. Hands, Riley. Huh? Keep your hands up and come outside. What the hell for? What are you doing?
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Black, dude.
Give me a debrief. What are you doing? Who else is in the house? Who else is in the house? My son. Come out. Come out.
Look at this mother.
Who else is in the house? No one. Any weapons in there? No. All right.
What is that? What is going on? Somebody needs
There's
to
a
tell
search
me.
warrant for your residence, sir.
Huh?
There's a search warrant for
A
your
search
residence.
warrant?
Yes,
for
sir.
what?
He just
I'll explain
looks
to you in a
like
second,
kind
all
of
right?
guy
That's
that would.
like immigration or something you see on TV. Is that what this is?
No.
You guys are acting like I was some kind of threat to the country or something.
Huh?
Like I said, it's officer safety.
Huh?
It's officer safety, okay?
Oh, for safety? You guys act like I'm some kind of terrorist. Baby, what the hell is going on?
Well, I'm gonna get swatted.
What's swatting?
An illegal and often dangerous prank. Swatting involves the use of a hoax emergency call.
Swatting is just fucking stupid. Anybody that swats should be curb stomped.
To send SWAT teams to the homes of online personalities, like streamers, as a form of harassment. Unfortunately for David, this is no prank.
Do you have any idea what this could be about? Something online or something?
Detective Bland is gonna. Every question you have, she'll have an answer for you. Okay?
Well, how about let's get to it?
She's pulling her car up right now. She's gonna get you out of cuffs and talk to you. Okay?
Forensic detectives begin locating devices inside the Rudder household to confirm the origin of the child abuse material. Meanwhile, David's father finally learns about the horrifying details of the investigation that led officers to his doorstep.
So I investigate what's called internet crimes against children. And I received a tip that ultimately led me to your residence regarding the possession of what we refer to as child abuse material, also known as child observed any child abuse material on any devices inside your home.
No, nothing with child. I mean,
Okay.
I watch. Who doesn't?
Sure.
But nothing with kids. I would never do nothing like that.
Ultimately, the initial tip came in from that address with your son's name, date of birth, and like I stated, the...
Wow, dude. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. And I'm glad they caught you. And let you go.
The child abuse material, those images were coming from your IP address.
What was it? What email?
It was myuncletouchedmywiener@gmail.com.
These kids.
Yeah. And you've never seen anything on his device or anything like that was concerning of any nature?
Never. I mean, he sleeps most of the day.
Does he? Okay. Because I'll be honest with you, obviously all of it's bad. This material is all under the age of 9.
So I told you
it's pretty significant. There's a lot of it.
And why would you need, even if he's looking at kitty or something like that, why would you need to roll up with all those cars?
Like I said, it's our agency protocol. It's what we do.
Can't people put stuff on your, like, people's internet and stuff? I mean, I don't know. It's a mistake.
While his father remains convinced it's all just a misunderstanding, David offers his own explanation for how such material could have ended up on the devices he uses.
What kind of cell phone do you have?
Yo! Doesn't this little fucker... This could be Daniel Dowd.
Is it password protected?
it is.
What is that password?
Do I have to give that to you?
You don't have to give it to me. Kind of like I explained to your dad, ultimately today we're here, we're going to seize all electronic devices. We're going to examine those devices. The longer we're here, the longer it takes to get in, the longer we're here.
I mean, I have pictures of myself in them.
Okay.
Okay.
Naked.
And we're not looking for that,
No, it's
so.
just embarrassing.
Ultimately, it's completely up to you.
Okay. It's just
Okay.
the first 6 months.
It makes it easier to remember, right?
Yeah.
And I've received actually multiple tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children referring to what we call child abuse material, also known as child. So have you ever seen any of that?
Unfortunately, there's a lot, online.
Okay.
Yeah, you should know.
Have you seen it on any of your devices?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, because I go on these sites that have, like, a lot of videos that aren't allowed to be posted on, like, regular social media.
Why do you click on them?
Whatever the reason may be. And a lot of times that slips through. That includes, I literally have a shirt in my room that says, and this is a little counterintuitive, but it says, kill your local pedophile, because I don't like that. It's I work at Spencer's. We sold it there.
You sold the shirt? I'm hoping you meant, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, not like child abuse material. Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
But yeah, and
okay.
A lot of that is seen online now, and it slips through the cracks easily. It's very prevalent.
So let me ask you this: a Gmail account. You recognize my uncle
Always
touched
Gmail. You didn't learn from Hillary Clinton there, buddy?
I knew that was the stupid one. Yeah, that's the one that got hacked. All of a sudden, I couldn't get back into it, so I don't know.
Okay, that's something that a lot of these platforms will do when they locate accounts that are linked to child abuse material. So that could be ultimately why you couldn't get back in. Talk to me about that account being hacked.
A lot of my accounts have been just
like, every time I hear all these motherfuckers, oh, my account was hacked. Man, I've had an email account since 2000. Numerous email accounts, because I forget, but never once have I ever been hacked. Oh wait, that's probably because I don't go to those fucking sites.
Hacked for no reason.
Okay.
I don't even want to use the word hacked, but compromise, I guess, is the word I want to use. But yeah, no, it happens a lot. I have to make new emails a lot.
Okay. So you don't remember or recall ever searching out this material or having a conversation with someone and someone sharing it with you?
No.
Some of our tips included reverse image searches using the Bing reverse search engine from this residence.
Why would you have ever reverse searched anything? It would have been like, I don't know.
He's fucked.
Of myself to see if I was on Google. Half the time, reverse image searches don't work for me. I've tried it.
Yeah. So you don't recall ever taking an image of child abuse material and putting it into Bing to try to locate images or anything like that? Okay.
So, will we be here until
restless leg syndrome?
Until the whole thing's done?
Pretty much, yes, sir. Yeah. We take these investigations very seriously because they deal with the exploitation of children, because all this material is somebody's real baby somewhere, and it comes from somewhere.
As David continues to deny the evidence presented to him by the detective, the forensics team on site begins examining all the devices recovered from the Rudder home. David and his father, seated on the street in full view of their neighborhood, slowly come to terms with the reality they've been trying to ignore.
What's the procedure afterwards?
So if we locate any child abuse material, depending on whose device it's located on, that individual obviously will be placed under arrest.
Nailed it.
What's the usual thing that happens? I'm just trying, he obviously needs to get some therapy or something like that. He's not violent. He's never been in trouble before.
And a lot of
I just asked him, why would you even do this? He didn't even know. Just curious.
Yeah.
Kids.
While David's father claims he's never been in trouble before, the teen has had a few brushes with the law. The most recent being a petty theft charge following a shoplifting incident at a Walmart. His father doesn't appear to believe that today's situation is much more serious.
Well, I know people who've got registered a sex offender for grabbing someone's butt. And unfortunately, and you know what? Here's a kicker. I see that stuff. And when I was in high school, we had it was like a big game. Like kids would run around, the girls would grab the boys' butt, and the boys would grab the girls' butt. Now,
Yeah, you can't do that.
you know, it's taboo.
Keep watching, Yeti. Just keep watching.
You do that now. It's one thing to have, you know, something on your computer because you were curious and you made a stupid mistake between knowingly doing it and sending it out or being the cause of it or being involved in it. It's a bigger thing now because, you know, now you got all these cartels and trafficking kids. That's probably why SWAT pulls up here, right? Hey, you're 19 years old and you made a mistake.
Dude, why? Downloading child porn is not a mistake. You literally have to go fucking looking for that shit. But it gets worse.
You know, if you need therapy, you get into therapy. That's probably what they're going to have you do anyway, I would guess. He's worried about getting in fights and being attacked or something like that.
Like I said, you know, the jail setting is completely different than what you see on TV and all that stuff.
As David and his father ponder his fate, the forensic team manages to locate 20 videos containing child abuse material on a phone recovered from David's room. The discovery makes it harder for either of them to claim he accidentally downloaded the material.
So I can tell you from looking at it, it wasn't where he was spammed or it was sent to him. It was accessed by him, reviewed by him.
He told me that it popped up on the dark web
What are you doing on the dark
clicked
web?
on it and started looking at it. He said he don't even know why he did.
Well, I can tell you from
What are you doing on the dark web? I've never been on the dark web. I've never even wanted to go look on the dark web. But a 19-year-old kid's on the dark web?
volume and the different time frames that it was viewed and collected. It wasn't a one-time thing. So there's an issue here.
Dad, can I give you a hug before I go?
Nope.
I don't know.
I ain't hugging your hand.
I love you too. I don't ever change. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Following his arrest, David was charged with 20 counts of possession of child. He pled not guilty and was allowed out on bond on the condition that he refrained from unsupervised contact with anyone under the age of 18. Had he refrained from committing any new crimes before his trial, David would have stayed out on bond. Unfortunately, meeting these conditions would prove to be difficult for him.
This is the Marion County Sheriff's Office. We have a search warrant for the residents. Come to the front door with your hands up.
In November 2025, detectives began tracking over 250 images and videos containing child abuse material, including AI-generated content involving child actors and animals, linked to David's IP address. They also made contact with the father of a 13-year-old girl who expressed concern over David's interactions with her.
Oh, wait. There's more.
Come out! Come out! Hold on.
SWAT units descended on the Rudder residence once again and collected several devices, including a phone hidden in a bag of cat food in the garage. They soon learned that while out on bond, David had amassed a collection of child abuse material that included videos of the 13-year-old girl generated using her Facebook profile picture, a questionable number of produced videos of young girls, and printed photos of children and babies.
Come out.
Hey, Chantel, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Come out. Hey, Al, sir. Step back. Somebody.
Since he violated the conditions of his pretrial release from his previous arrest, David's bond was revoked. Alongside the original 20 charges, David was charged with an additional 5 counts of possession of child, as well as 13 counts of possession of 10 or more child images. Though he admitted to possessing child abuse material, David pled not guilty once again. This time, he was denied a pretrial release on bond. According to an official release from the Marion County Sheriff's Office, Due to the nature and volume of the material found in David's possession, police have reason to suspect that he may have had access to live victims,
There it is.
indicating he potentially produced some of the content himself. He remains...
There it is. Produced it. I hope they love his little ass in jail. I mean, you want to look like a bitch in jail? They love you. They love you. Come here, boy. You got a pretty mouth. All right.
Good morning, everyone.
You're going to watch this first, which is kind of out of order. I really don't like doing shit out of order. But Trump pretty much called out NATO. And he... Well, dude, is that gray hair? Holy shit. I look like fucking Tulsi Gabbard. Anyway, my bad. 30 nations met this morning in the UK. And guess what they were talking about?
And I said good morning, afternoon and evening to colleagues from
Before
all
they came
over
in.
the
Remember how I said we don't need the Eastern Hemisphere? We don't get anything that, oil from there, period. Zero, zilch, maybe 1%. But you know who does? The Eastern Hemisphere.
world. Can I welcome, we have foreign ministers and representatives from over 40 countries today to discuss the Strait of Hormuz, the impact of the closure, the urgent need to restore freedom of navigation for international shipping, and the strength of our international determination to see the strait reopen once more. In the last 24 hours, it says 25 vessels passed through the strait, which is an international shipping route that would normally see 150 vessels a day. There have been over 25 attacks on vessels in the strait, and there are some 20,000 trapped seafarers on some 2,000 trapped ships. We have seen Iran hijack an international shipping route to hold the global economy hostage. This is hitting the trading routes for Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, the UAE, Saudi, Oman, Iraq, but that means liquid natural gas for Asia, fertiliser for Africa, and jet fuel for the world. And that Iranian recklessness towards countries who were never involved in this conflict, which we and 130 countries across the world have strongly condemned at the United Nations, is not just hitting mortgage rates and petrol prices and the cost of living here in the UK and in many different countries across the world. It is hitting our global economic security.
I don't know if mortgage rates have gone up in the US, but they need to drop so I can refinance my house. In the 2-3% would be perfect.
That this attack on the strait could push 9 million people worldwide into food insecurity, alongside the unsustainable increases that we have seen in oil prices and food prices, hitting households and businesses in every corner of the world. So that is why we've come together as foreign ministers and officials from across the world today. So those who joined in the leader's statement on restoring safe passage through the strait and more, and many more, coming together in our collective determination.
Wait, you didn't want to help, I thought. It wasn't your problem, I thought.
Today. So those who joined in the leader's statement on restoring safe passage.
You know what? No. Definitely not refinancing with today's rate. Oh, fuck. 6%, 6.5, 6.4. No, thank you.
Through the strait and more, and many more, coming together in our collective determination to secure freedom of navigation and to reopen the strait. Alongside today's discussions, we are also convening military planners to look at how we marshal our collective defensive military capabilities, including looking at issues such as demining or reassurance once the conflict eases. But in today's meeting, we are focusing on the diplomatic and international planning measures including collective mobilisation of our full range of diplomatic and economic tools and pressures, reassurance work with industry, insurers and energy markets, and also action to guarantee the safety of trapped ships and seafarers, and effective coordination that we need across the world to enable a safe and sustained opening of the Strait.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
That was first. Now we're going to go what should have been first, because Trump laid it out the exact way I was kind of hoping he would. Hey, it's your problem. Granted, we did start it. Well, Israel started it and we finished it. But during this thing, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. I was expecting something a little different when this meeting came about, or not, this press conference address, because I've been waiting all day for it yesterday. Come 8 o'clock, I'm like, all right, we're gonna hear something. We're gonna hear something new, right? We're gonna have some updates, right? Oh. However, he does make some points that I totally agree with. Remember, I didn't always like this cocksucker.
My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis II. It was quite something. It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them terrorist regime they led, are now dead.
When I sit back and think about, initially I was a knee-jerk reaction, like, fuck yeah, we're getting those cocksuckers that fucked us up for years. Oh, why am I on the small screen? But see, hear me out. For years we've been saying they've had these weapons, this stockpile, and all of this extra shit, and we were told, no. No, we don't. And then come out, the entire time, they were getting more and more technologically advanced. Wow, why can I not say that right now? Technologically advanced. But they are. Their weapons are far more superior than what we thought they were, because we thought they could take out just the Middle East, but apparently they can take out Europe. So there's that. If we could do this all by sea and air, better. Way better. So what's the Space Force doing? Huh? Set those lasers off, boys. Set them off.
And in control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation. I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies. Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
Well, you've been saying
this fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people have never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear weapons would be an intolerable.
But hey, you can protest in the United States. Just saying. You can protest without being murdered, right?
Threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass.
If there is a thuggish regime or thuggish country in this world, yo, it's us. It's us.
Murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first, and perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb, and he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight. But you know what? We'd still be winning and winning big. And then, very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash.
What about their
green
$6 billion that
cash?
was
Took it out of banks from
that
Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. All the cash they had, flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts, had I not terminated that terrible deal. And I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning.
Now do NATO.
Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
You know, no one mentions, he mentions Barack Obama, but what they never mention is the $6 billion that Biden gave them back. And another $10 billion from electricity imports. So he basically gave them $16 billion. But he's worried about Barack Obama's 1.6, I think he said. Because I knew Biden gave them a shit ton of money. That's why I kept saying $6 billion.
Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth. Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible, and they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out. We took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. And their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before. They were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. But in the end, those are just words.
Oh, my God. What if we start the robot apocalypse? It started with an atomic bomb, remember? We have AI. We have robots. We have robots.
We're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed.
Now do Israel.
Hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I have traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, "Please, sir, please finish the job." Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers and neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest economy in history. We're going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year, we've taken a dead and crippled country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration.
You can't be dead and crippled at the same time. Because you'd have to be alive to be crippled.
And made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments coming into the United States, over $18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it. Remember, because of our Drill Baby Drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are #1 producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. And that number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely
But what's going to stop the next administration or the next administration?
decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on.
And that's why I played that UK video first, because that was when I woke up. It had been 2 hours. No, at 8 it was 2 hours previous. So yeah, that's why I had to play that one first, just to be like, oh, so they really are doing something now.
So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And number two,
This is why I don't think we don't need them, because according to this, we have the most oil refineries in the world. And we're reopening another one in Houston, I believe, right, Zip? So yeah. And then we have 132. China has less than 100. Russia has 38. And then anywhere between 10 to 30 for some of these other countries. But Jesus Christ, we lead the world in refineries. No wonder we can actually set the price if we thought about it.
build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us, as we asked.
I know we
Go
had
to
the
the
most. I
strait
didn't realize
and
how
just
much.
take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible.
Yeah.
They are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great, big, beautiful bill.
Yes. Pam Bundy's done. Pam Bundy's done for. Dunzo. No more Attorney General for you.
Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very short.
One thing is Pam Bondi just got fired. I mean, she let him step down. She got to step down. Now she's done.
We're going
to... he didn't say it here, but I'll tell you. Give me a second. Let me pull it. Let me see. Whoa. Almost fucked that up. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to go on the website because they want me to turn my VPN off. But I'll tell you what he said. Of course, it's going to be right. Pam Bondi is a great American patriot, which she is not, and a loyal friend who faithfully served as my Attorney General over the past year. Pam did a tremendous job overseeing a massive crackdown in crime across the country, with murders plummeting to their lowest levels since 1900. We love Pam, and she will be transitioning to a much needed and important new job in the private sector. To be announced at the date in our to be announced at a date in the near future, and our Deputy Attorney General and a very talented and respected legal mind, Todd Blanche, will step in and serve as the acting Attorney General. Thank you for the attention in this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Interesting. Blanche is the one that did the interview with Maxwell. I've been waiting for Pam Bondi to be fired. She never should have been confirmed in the first.
Them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust, and we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days.
Feel like it.
We are in this military operation so
Forgot
powerful,
Afghanistan.
so brilliant against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days. And the country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a true investment in your children and your grandchildren's future. The whole world is watching, and they can't leave the power, strength, and brilliance. They just can't believe what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing, the brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before. May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, and good night.
Not what I was expecting. However, I wish he broke it down. More people would understand why and realize, like I said, I don't know. Wow, I just went through 3 different personalities in a second. Holy shit. That could be a problem. Oh. I don't know where I thought he said some extra shit. Maybe it was during a press brief or an office, when he did something in his office, basically saying, unless he said it and I just wasn't listening, but basically saying, yeah, we're done with you. Once it opens, good job. Y'all can take care of it. We don't need you. But you need us. And like I said, oh yeah, he did, because then I went back to the 30. Yeah. That's why I'm done. That's about it for today. Yeah, short, sweet, concise, and yeah. But I'm not telling you how to think, because, well, if I was telling you how to think, you'd probably be on a government watch list. Unless you're already on one. I mean, in that case, then yeah. I'm just telling you to think. And you hear my stomach? My stomach's like, yeah, motherfucker, it's time. It's time. Time is on my side.
Yes, it is.